I won't go in depth to begin with. We'll come back to it later into this. But let's start with November 24, I think it was. Santa Claus came early to your house to deliver you the gift. It's a birthday gift also. I didn't know you're born on Christmas Day. Um, what did you feel about that day? Remember what happened? Can you take us back?
Yeah, obviously I was excited about the auctions. More than the the money. It was about which team I'll go in. Again, I would like to maintain that for players like us, it's the mere opportunity of playing in the IPL, be it any team. But again, having played for KKR for 4 years and having seen the highs and lows of the game, having won championships, to being retained, to being released, all those things, to making my debut, there was a sort of emotional connection with KKR. So always had it at the back of the mind that KKR should go for me, and what would happen if I again go to KKR. And when the auction started, obviously I wanted to run out of the room, but my boys Rajat and Avesh, they locked the door and they made me watch my auctions. And yeah, after a certain point of time, I was pretty relaxed. I was like, "What's going on? Let it happen. It's okay." But it was good. It feels good when a certain team shows so much interest in you, you know. So I felt really happy that KKR has gone the distance for me, and it's now my job to repay. Keep stay grounded and keep concentrating on what's in hand. She's all about it. So yeah, it was a good word of advice, and I think my wife being the lucky charm, Santa Claus arrived early, as you said.
What's
Venki,
her name?
Her name's Shruti.
Okay.
Venki, you've spoken about this loyalty factor, and I think Venki Mysore may have mentioned in a chat somewhere that you told them how much you'd like to come back to KKR after not being retained. At some point, were you kind of secretly deep down hoping that, you know, take a bidding war and all is fine, but KKR, please, and want to secretly go back?
But it might sound very stupid, but I could see it in Venki sir's eyes that he wanted me. He wanted me back. When I was watching the auctions, I was really confident that KKR would have the last bid. But the bid escalated so quickly. I did not have the chance to sit and think about what actually is going on. And again, RCB also went really hard for me, which shows that yeah, they had me in their plans very seriously. But again, there was no prediction. I couldn't gauge actually what was going on because after 7-8 crores, and I thought in my mind, okay, I've done decently. I should get somewhere in that range. But after that, there was within a fraction of a second, suddenly the bid is 15. Then I look here and there, suddenly the bid is 22. Throughout, yeah, there was something telling me that KKR will actually have the last bid. But I'm a very practical person. I know how dynamics function, how uh, the finance runs there. Um, I'm happy whatever happened, and I'm really happy about it. When I first came into the team in KKR, Baz asked me before the tournament as to what my goals are. Uh, I told him I want to be the second person to score 100 because no one has scored 100 for KKR. I want to be the second person to score 100 for KKR. He was like, "Yeah, if you have the correct intent, you'll end up scoring two. But hey, by the way, you're not playing tomorrow." I was like, "Wow." But again, but it have been very easy for him to say, yes, very good, you'll do it, this, that. But his words were different. He wanted me to understand scoring 100 is not the only perspective. Scoring 100 is not the terminal. It's about how you can contribute to make the team win. And when he brought me in the second phase of the IPL, it was all about me doing what's best for the team. That is scoring runs. That is scoring runs, playing less balls and scoring more runs. As simple as that. I remember an innings against RCB where we were chasing just 128 at Sharjah. I got out for 30 of 30 balls. And when I got out, he asked me, "What were you doing?" I said, "I wanted to be there till the end. I wanted to score the 129." He was like, "That's not your job. That is not
Hmm.
your job. Your job is to go out there, score quick runs. If you want to do that, you play. Otherwise, you don't. We have so many players with us." And the conversation was clear. And I think I carried it on. Yes, things did not go my way in 2022. But coming back from an injury in 23, I was lost. I was lost because I suffered nearly a career ending injury. It was a horrible injury. The first First thing that the doctors told me is that it is very difficult for you to run again with the same intensity, and I was shattered. But when I was able to bat freely, uh, I had no direction as to what to do. And then came Abhishek Nair in my life. What he taught me during that phase is what I have shown till date through my game. And he always wanted me to play a certain way, which helps not just me but the players to follow and the player who's batting with me, and collectively that we'll end up doing what's best for the team. Basically, I became a follower that season rather than a leader. And once you accept it, you do whatever is best for the team. That might even be to sit out, make way for someone else, but you do what's best for the team, and you do it selflessly. And when it worked, I was like, this is how I should play cricket, be it for Indore, be it for Madhya Pradesh, be it for KKR, or be it for India. This is how I'm going to play. I'll do whatever is best for the team. If a certain situation needs me to swing at every ball, I'll do it. If a certain situation needs me to bowl six wide Yorkers, I'll bowl, even if it's not my forte or not my best ball. But if the team wants me to do it, I'll have to do it. And then came the preparation for that. I can be asked to do anything. I could be asked to bat at three. I could be asked to open. I could be asked to stay and bat at six. Like for MP, we had a clear discussion as to Rajat Patidar taking care of the top order and the upper middle, and me being there with the middle and lower middle order to kind of apply the finishing touches. That is the role that I enjoy, and I did it. It would have been very easy for me to go and talk to Chandu sir and tell him, no, I want to bat top order.
Mm.
Again, he's my KKR coach as well, but that's what was best for the team. Him taking care of one part of the team, me taking care of the other part of the team, and I kind of have enjoyed that. I have felt like it has increased the love for the game. It has made me, you know, I go to any player in the team, they love to spend time with me. They all feel that there is a lot of comfort with Venkatesh Iyer, and so is the case in KKR. And that way, I feel playing cricket gives me more satisfaction rather than scoring your runs and forgetting what has happened. I don't feel like that will take me forward. Again, these are all schools of thoughts. Different people have different perspectives, but I feel that if I play this way, I play for the team irrespective of what I'm doing. I think the other things will be taken care of.
Venki, just to take you back a little, you mentioned about a career-threatening injury where doctors said you won't be able to run or something. It was a very freak injury where you turned your ankle, dislocated your ankle. Can you just take us through what exactly happened? Does it still kind of bring those painful memories back? I'm sure. I'm sorry about that, but if you can just take us through what really happened there. We read it was a very freak injury.
Yeah, I fell down from a staircase and I completely. So our legs are pointing like this, but mine was medially pointing. It was like this. And to look at it gave me chills. And I still have that picture. It's not for the faint hearted. It's very bad. It was very bad. I remember the doctors coming, looking at my leg, and just taking a step back. I was like, what has happened? It was so bad. But once an injury happens, it kind of changes your outlook towards life in general. You stop taking those risks. You stop doing things that might potentially lead to an injury. So the other day, a match against Kerala, I twisted my ankle. The first thought that came to my mind was, not again. I don't want to go through that pain. I don't want to go through that rehab again. Thankfully, it's much, much better and it's fine. But such injuries basically give you trauma for a very, very long time. I am now extremely careful about how I get down from the stairs. I ask my wife, I ask my nephew and niece to be careful while taking the stairs. Such is the impact. And when it comes to the rehab is the toughest part actually. But yeah, it is a lesson in itself. It is a story that I'll tell my kids later. How I suffered a horrible injury, but I still turned up to play for KKR, and I did well, and it was an amazing journey, wearing a UK 13 shoe in one leg and wearing a UK 12 shoe in another leg, and things like these. These don't happen again. I hope it never happens. But yeah, it taught me a lot. It taught me a lot, and now that I look back at it, I just smile it off. I was like, wow, those 6 months were very tough. But yeah, it actually gave me a chance to spend a lot of time with my family, to attend a few marriage functions, which I've been missing for a long time, have good food. So yeah, it was not a very good time, but yeah, I look back at it and I feel okay, uh, this will still be in my memory.
Venki, how is the sense of perspective? Has that, you have multiple interests, you do so many things, you're pursuing a PhD, you've very strong academic backgrounds, you've played cricket at the highest level for India at the franchise level. Having multiple interests, has that kind of given you a different outlook towards your cricket and changed the way you look at success and failure?
It has. It has, to be very honest. As I told you, not everyone will have the thought that I have, about creating an impact on the game. Yes, when you sit down before a team meeting, say in MP, people talk about, I want to score 500 this season. I want to score 800 runs this season. I want to take 50 wickets. I want to be the leading run getter. This, that. When it comes to me, I just tell others. I just tell Chandu sir, I want to create a huge impact on this team. I want others to look at me and say, yes, Venkatesh Iyer changed this game. Venkatesh Iyer's effort made us win this game. And it might sound very small, but creating an impact is actually a factor of academics. You know, that has taught me small impact, small contributions, and you end up making the team win. And that is when you will achieve success. I have understood this. No matter how many runs you score, but if your team is not winning, no one will care. Your team has to win. Your team has to, you know, be at the top. Your team has to be consistent and dominate for you to stand out and deliver. A 40 scored in a league game and a 45 scored in a crucial knockout game, let's say in a final, stands out. It stands out. And it will take you to places. And I feel I have to credit academics for how I think, how I approach life in general. Because I really, whenever a small kid comes to me in my local cricket club and talk, I just ask him, "Are you studying?" He's like, "No, I don't feel like." Then don't talk to me. Go ask someone else whatever you want to do. Don't ignore academics. They're extremely important. Education is extremely important. It changes the way you think. You might not be extremely. I don't feel I'm really talented. There are a lot of players who are not very talented, but they're smart. That's what takes them to the higher level.